Girls of Reddit, what have you always wanted to ask guys but you couldn't because it was too inappropriate or awkward? Do you really imagine fucking every woman you know? The attractive ones. Only the attractive ones. But then, yes, all the time, on an ongoing basis. If you're attractive, your male friends are going to rub one out while imagining doing whatever they want to you, today. Edit, I didn't even think of this, but Facebook adds a whole other dimension to this. I can actually whack off to actual pictures of, say, that one woman I used to work with whose tits went from enormous to surreal after her 2 pregnancies. The point is, if you're a woman, you're prawn. I'm sure you're lots of other lovely things too. This is an interesting question. I had to contemplate it for a while before I answered. For me, I have to say it's on a sliding scale. It really depends on the woman. For instance, if I find the woman attractive, I am more inclined to wonder about it. More in passing thought than an actual imagined scenario. What is weird is the more a girl tries to look sexy and wear skimpy clothes, the less I think about having sex with them. It's not that I'm against it or anything, but at that point the question has answered itself. There is no more mystery for me. There have been times when I have come across a woman in public who was wearing very little and thought to myself, I wonder if she'd even care if I walked up and fondled her. These are thoughts that I would never act on. In fact, I'd say they are not even all that sexual in nature. It's more of a for science, I wonder if I could get away with a thing. What I find attractive about women does not fall into the typical physical aspects most guys drool over. I can appreciate a nice ass, or a pair of boobs, but when it comes to what turns me on, it had very little to do with a woman's initial outward appearance. For me, personality is everything. If I don't find someone interesting intellectually, then I don't care what they look like physically. Like most guys, I will look at a woman in passing by human nature. Beyond the initial instinct to do that, there has to be something else about them that attracts me to give them a second look. Can some guys continue to have sex after ejaculating with the same erection? Isn't it supposed to go away after? Or am I misinformed? I'm really confused about this. Every guy seems to be different, so I'm never sure if we can keep going or not, and I just don't understand male anatomy. I did my first time. I was trying really hard to make sure it wasn't the worst first time ever, and I probably kept going for an extra 30 minutes afterwards. I haven't been able to do it since, which sucks because I thought I had some sort of awesome sex superpower. I've asked guys out on dates. Some have turned me down in this really shy and scared way. Do I fucking intimidate you, motherfucker? Do you think less of yourself? What the fuck is it? Then they go date fugly derpina. Shy as all hell and complete dumbasses. I want to smack them with a rapist dolphin. I feel like it's a huge taboo to talk about wanting children/family. Yay, I'm dating to find the one I want to have a family with. Is that a problem? Is it really such a surprise, turn off? So, do you want kids? Most men would avoid that question or say no straight up. The reason is that most men care more about the potential so than the immediate thought of kids. Most men will be happy for kids if they're happy with their so first. Do you always text back the girls you like? Does it mean anything if you don't reply? Or reply a few days later? Personally, every time. However, there are times when I don't because I forgot, or my phone's dead. But if I'm into a girl, I'm texting her back when I see the message, every time, unless the conversation's going nowhere. I'm more of a person who would rather talk in person than text all day. But if I like the girl, she's getting texted back no doubt. What's it like being inside a girl when she orgasms? Depends on the position. Sometimes you can feel the vagina clench, tremble and spasm around you. Sometimes sometimes it's like a battle. The way she clenches her legs and positions, it's really hard to stay in. And then she squeezes, and sometimes you get squirted out. One always tries to stay inside as long as possible so she can finish though. Do you guys really love going down on the ladies? My husband eats vag like it's going out of style. I feel selfish, but he says he loves it. True or false? Ulterior motives? It's complete truth. We all love it. We aren't completely sure why, we just do.